And here we go, opening up with Space Cadet Adventures for the Game Boy. Well, let me just say this. The Game Boy had a ton of awesome games, so there's absolutely no excuse for a piece of shit like this to come out. Let me just kind of put it to you like this way. Control sucks. Jumping is just a fucking joke. I mean, you can see it here. And as far as I've played, the basic plot is you are Cadet, Stimpy. Jumping ahead here a little bit. And you're just trying to get from point A to point B. You have absolutely no actual enemies. You just have all of these items that have kind of set movement patterns. It's kind of stupid. In fact, let me kind of put it to you this way. I have seen better fucking AI in Pac-Man. And that's saying a whole hell of a lot when you think about it. And I just got hurt by water. Whoopee. Yeah, there really isn't much I can say about this one. I kind of had, low hopes going, into it. But seriously, this game exceeded all of my expectations of suckiness. I swear to God. I mean, and boom. Killed by water. Jumping ahead here. Now, watch this. Coming up is one of the cheapest deaths I've ever seen. See that ladder? I think I can go down? No. Instead, I die. Whoopee. Anyway, continuing onward here. Yeah, let me just say this. If you happen to have a Game Boy, you're pretty much, screwed when it comes to a good Ren and Stimpy game, because this is the only one. The other systems, for the most part, had multiple titles, and I'm dead again. And just like in the episode Space Madness, they vanish. This game sucks. I want it gone. Thank you. Vidiots for the SNES. Let me just say this much. A lot of people were telling me that this one sucked, but to be honest with you, this one actually I had a ton, and I mean a ton, of fun with. Control actually is tight, and the graphics are great, and the sound is awesome. And about the only problem I have with it is just the fact that it is a little bit challenging, and that there are moments like this I was trying to jump up there, but honestly though, now beyond that, it's just, this one actually is just a fun little, platformer. Here we go. And you pretty much are just trying to get to the end of this level, and you've got a time limit. And just actually in the episode which this level's based on, which was The Boy Who Cried Mouse, Stimpy is trying to catch you. And you're just trying to get to the end and cause as much damage as possible. And just like actually a lot of these other games, there's a lot of references to things from the show. Example right here, Log. We all happen to know, we all happen to remember Log, right? What rolls downstairs, a loner in pairs, rolls over your name, Log. Okay, I'm not going to sing anymore. I'm going to save that maybe for future reviews. But anyway, yeah, this one actually is kind of fun. And this one consists of, I believe it was about 4, levels, and each level's based on a classic episode, so it's just, this one actually is just fun, I'm not going to say that it's one of the greatest platform titles of all time, because that's, stretching it, but it is definitely fun, at least. And mind you, this right here is just the first part, is just trying to get to the end of this level. And the second part of this level, actually, when I first played it, I was really pissed off, and I felt really cheesed by it. But it actually is kind of fun. Let me show it to you. Stimpy catches you, and now you have to run through his mouth, and you have to get to the end whilst avoiding tooth, beavers and nerve endings, which are actually a reference to a totally different episode. By the way, yeah, and God help you if you happen to touch those, nerve endings. You're dead. But it's still a fun game. Try it out. Fire Dogs. Oh boy. This one's probably the shittiest one out of all of them. Basically, you're playing through 5, days as a fire dog. As we can see, you can see all those outlines on the fire truck. Well, you have just over 2 minutes to run through the firehouse, collect all those items, get back down to the bottom, and where you know now where Vidiots was actually kind of fun, this one isn't. In fact, actually, this one is pretty much the definition of suck. Because you have to make sure that you're still wearing at least a little bit of your, Dalmatian paint. Otherwise, when the fire chief finds you, he instantly kills you. You also have to fight off fires, avoid these sprinklers, which will slowly wash away your paint, as you've seen throughout the course of this clip. And the whole time, Ren sits there and does nothing. But not just to be honest, that's actually sort of how the episode went, so... Yeah, and this is actually, I believe, is one of the only ones that is essentially a direct... I don't even want to really call it a port, but it pretty much is like a direct port to one episode, and that's... And granted, honestly, there is like one other one I'm going to be covering a little later. Okay, I missed the boots. Get over there and grab them, damn it. Now, mind you, you have, like I said, just over 2 minutes. I'm down to less than 1 minute, and I've only put one item on the fucking truck. This game's a pain in the ass. Mind you, you have to do this five fucking times, and then what happens? You win. The end. Whoop-de-doo. Come on, damn it, get down there. Alright. And now I'm completely out of paint, and so this is pretty much going to fuck me over in just a moment. And this one here is going to be the last game that I'm covering here in this first part, and coming soon, I will be doing a part 2 soon, so... Yeah, this right here is only 3 of them, and I've only found one even halfway decent one. Shit.